What's happening, Ferkers? It has been a ferking minute since I last posted. I made this video probably 100 times by now. And I honestly just been procrastinating, getting back going on YouTube and all social media for that, and procrastinating nearly everything in my ferking life because I'm overthinking the ferk out of everything. So I figured I'd just hop on here and honestly just be myself and just see where this goes. And at the very least, even if nobody ferking watches or nobody gives a ferk, it'd be cool to look back on and like show my kids, or like when I do achieve the success I'm after in life, be like, look, this is the ferk I was going through, this is how I did it. So we're just going to start documenting my life, and I'm going to bring you guys along with me on honestly trying to figure out what the ferk I want out of life. I don't know if you feel the same if you're watching this, or if you have all your stuff figured out. Kudos to you. I, for one, thought I had my whole life figured out my whole life until I started going through these ups and downs, changing different careers, moving different cities, trying different sales jobs, different businesses. And what I've always been after and am chasing is, what the ferk am I passionate about, and what is my purpose in life, and what do I want out of life? And I've always been someone that's just taken massive action and tried new things. I've started over 30 different companies and been involved in 30 different companies or careers in the last 10 years of my life. Just tasting what life has to offer, trying this, trying that. Went from landscaping to real estate to selling health insurance to ferking a reality show. Like, you name it, I've tried it. I'm just trying to get a grip on what I like, what I don't like, what I'm good at, what I'm not, what is something that can make me money, what is something that doesn't make me money, and what is God's purpose for my life. And I've been really honestly putting way too much thought into that as of like the last year, trying to like figure out exactly what my purpose is and trying to figure out how to get started right away and already have the results I want and already be there. And then it just causes this overwhelm of overthinking and pressure and anxiety and all these new things. It's really been ferking with me. I've been really trying to get back to just YouTube and social media as a whole, but then I'm like, oh, what type of content do I want to post? And here we are. So I figured, let me not try and create some bullshit that I don't even really care about. I mean, sometimes I like having fun ferking with people and doing crazy things or traveling, whatever it is, but I don't know, I just don't really care to like come up with these creative things to, do for pure entertainment. I'd rather just figure out what I want out of life and go chase my ferking dreams and just bring you guys along in the process and really try and figure this life out together. And that's where we're at, trying to figure life out. So that's what we're going to do, and that's what I'm going to make this video for and my YouTube channel about, is trying to figure out what the ferk I want out of life, what are my dreams, and then going and ferking getting them. Because sitting here and overthinking and journaling and talking to myself and staring at the wall all day really ain't helping. So if you want to make a change, you got to take new action. Nothing changes unless you make a change. Or what's that quote? Nothing changes unless you do. And I ain't been ferking changing, if I'm being honest. I've been just sitting here. Like today, I woke up, went to bed nice and early, woke up 7 a.m., ready to crush the day. I was like, all right, like, let's do something today. And I was like, what the ferk do I want to, like, what do I have to do? So I just laid there like a ferking slob and felt even worse about myself. I didn't get out of bed till, I don't even know, ferking 10 o'clock. I was just like, I don't know what I want to work on. I don't know what. And I spent a couple hours trying to figure that out and overthinking it, just staring at the wall. And then now it's 5 o'clock and I don't really have any more clarity out of it. So something I've been really going through is just trying to really figure out what I want out of life and something I'm passionate about working towards. So, yeah, that's where we're at. We're going to work on figuring the ferk out. I've just been feeling so ferking lost recently as to who I am and what direction I'm going in and what I actually value and care about in life, and just really overthinking a lot of small decisions about where to focus and what to do next in life. And I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of good buzz talk around mental health and around, achieving your dreams and around getting what you want out of life, but what are the actual strategies that you can implement right now when you are feeling lost or confused or trapped or having an anxiety attack, whatever it is? Like, even when I'm in those situations, I'm a very self-aware motherfucker and used to work with people and coach seminars on this, but when you're in a rut, it just feels like you're in this never-ending spiral down. Like, it's just like everything gets worse and worse and worse. And it just feels like you're just freaking falling deeper in a hole. And that's how I felt. And I'm not saying that to like throw a little sob story. I'm working on coming out. And I'm just being honest here. So yeah, we're going to come out of this freaking rut we're in. And we're going to figure out, get back on the horse, figure out what the frick we want out of life. And then go and get it. Because sitting here thinking about it ain't really helping. And yeah. So we're just going to start taking some action, putting trust in God's plan to guide us to there and figure out what He's got in store for us. Just want to figure out what the frick my dreams are and go live them, because I don't even frickin' know. I'm so lost and confused right now. I don't know who the frick I am. I don't know what I want out of life anymore. My value systems are all fricked up. Like, I go in these spurs, these cycles where I'm doing really, really good. I'm working out. I'm making good money. I'm like taking care of myself. And then I frickin' hit a wall where I'm like, is this really what I want out of life? And then I'm like, what do I want out of life? If I were to die in a year, what would I be doing with my time? Well, not this. Well, then what do I want to do? I don't know. Let me try something new. And then I stop working out. I stop making money. I stop frickin' doing this. And it's like, and I'm like, and I wake up. I'm like, who am I? What do I want? What is my purpose? And I'm like, dude, why are we going in these cycles? Let's be consistent with something and let's figure this to frick out and create the life of our dreams. So that's what we're going to work on doing, is not ending these cycles, because there's only going to be cycles of highs and lows in life, but just working towards something that's bigger than myself is what I care about. Working towards something that I am passionate about, even though I don't really know what I like. And sometimes I question if what I'm passionate about is what I'm even passionate about, or if it's just something I thought of years ago that I liked, you know? And then how to get there and get started. Like, that's been my biggest thing right now. I've just been personally overthinking every little thing in my life and trying to make sure it checks all my freaking boxes, that I almost just freaking get overwhelmed and do frick all and just do nothing. And I'm like, this isn't me. And I don't feel like myself when I'm not working hard towards goals. I don't feel like myself when I'm not pushing myself in the gym, at work, in every area. Like, when I don't have areas that I'm progressing towards, I just feel like a blob. Like, I'm just a freaking body. And I just feel like so lost and confused as to who I am and what I want out of life, when I feel like that should be such a simple question to answer. But for me, it's not. That's all right. I think we're going to learn a lot through this journey of life and make sure we get to the bottom of this answer and figure out what it is, what the frick I want, and then map out a plan for how to get there and continue taking consistent action in that direction, and instill more consistency and discipline in myself, because I don't want to keep having these spirals of like massive growth and progress and then hit a wall and like, do I really want this? Is this something I want to, you know, keep going with? Falling off a freaking cliff into a negative, like downright freaking depression spiral, where it's just like, I don't know who the frick I am. So we're going to stop that, and I'll go deeper on this in other videos. I kind of just want to get my thoughts out of my head and onto here. It's just like sounding more like a journal entry. Maybe this is going to be my freaking journal entry, and you guys can just, I don't know, enjoy. Let me know if you freaking have the answers of life. If you're trying to figure it out like me, let's freaking figure it out together. That's where I'm at. Let's figure out what the frick we want out of life, who the frick we are. Let's go freaking get it. In whatever way that looks like. My definition of success, my definition of happiness might look different than yours. Yours might look different than the person next to you. But I think if we sit down and actually figure out what success looks like in our eyes, not in the world's, not in society's, in our eyes, what does a successful life look like to me? What would I be happy with? And what is happiness to me? And really think about that. I think about these questions a lot. Then you have something you can work towards that makes sense to you. And that's what I'm working on figuring out, is what I actually care enough about to work towards, in a sense. I've been struggling with it. But my definition of success is progressing in areas that are of meaning to you. So whatever that looks like to you, when you're progressing, when you're hitting goals, when you're expanding, when you're making more money, getting closer to more friends, building your body, like, I'm actively pursuing success, and therefore I am happier. Like, when I am progressing, I am happy. And when I'm just not doing anything, not giving it my best, going through the motions at the gym, not putting as much work in at work, not doing, not reading, like all those little things. It's all the little day-to-day things that I slip up on here and there, and that leads to a habit of slipping up. And I'm like, I don't recognize myself anymore. That's when I'm not happy. I think progress is happiness, degress is depressed. And right now we're in a ferking rut. We're going to crawl out of it and get back on and figure out life and go chase our ferking dreams and live a life worth living. Anyway, welcome back to the Ferkin channel. We're going to figure out life together. What the meaning of life is, what success is, what our dreams are, and then go Ferk and get them. Yeah, that's what the Ferk we're going to do. So I'm going to bring you guys along. I don't know if we're going to vlog. I don't know if we're going to do random Ferkin stuff. I don't know if we're going to do some challenges. I don't know just yet. But I do know we're going to do this. Anyway, see you in the next video.